So as you've taken a moment to close your eyes and sit comfortably, just allow your shoulders to just roll back dramatically here. The hands just to rest onto the tops of the knees. And to more so visualize this length within your spine. To continuously engage in creating a bit of a lift of the crown of your head. And maintaining that lift as you allow the shoulders to soften. To release any tension or weight that you may feel you carry with you throughout your day. And continuously just visualizing this length in your spine. Look for a bit of grounding beneath your groin, a gentle engagement there. Getting a sense of your root chakra. And even imagining the color red. And this gentle flow of energy from the hips, through the legs and out through the feet. And when you are ready to find a bit of length in your breathing, look for a nice deep inhale through the nostrils. And this time, let's take an exhale through the mouth, almost as a sigh. We'll just do this 2 more times. A nice deep inhale through the nostrils. And just one more round. Inhale. And let's just create a bit of movement here, finding an inhale. Let's take our wide spread arms, palms together. And exhale, hands down through heart center. And let's continue with this movement. Just 2 more rounds. Nice deep breath in. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. So let's transition here. With an inhale, let's find wide spread arms, just a shoulder width apart. And as you exhale, just bend at the elbows. Our movement here is taking an exhale to bring the forearms in towards each other, palms to touch, and a gentle roundness in your back as you drop your chin. And with your inhale, open up the arms, keeping them in cactus, gentle lift of the chest and chin. Gently squeezing the shoulder blades behind you. And follow your exhale just to round out now. Just thinking of those gentle engagements as you continue to move, inhaling to open. And exhale. Last round here, inhale. And exhale. And we'll inhale, wide spread arms once again. Exhale, bend into cactus. And this time, let's come into eagle arms. So we're going to bring your right arm underneath the left. And maybe just the back of the palms touch here, or you can bring the palms together. Let's establish ourselves here just by gently squeezing the arms and the elbows into themselves, into each other. As the elbows lift up and away from your face, feel that nice gentle stretch in the back of the shoulder blades here. Let's take a deep breath in and exhale. Just holding yourself within this space. Nice deep inhale, finding that nice compression in the arms. Finding a bit of relaxing within your face. Last breath here. And once you've completed your exhale, just release the arms and find wide spread. Bend in through cactus. And the left arm now comes under the right. And again, maybe the back of the hands are glued to each other or the palms touch. As you engage the arms, squeezing them into each other. Just feeling this gentle lift of the elbows up and away from your face. Feeling that stretch in the shoulder blades once again. And now connect with your breath. 3 rounds of breathing as you inhale. And exhale. Find softness in your gaze. Inhale. And exhale. Keep engaging your body. Last breath. Inhale. And exhale. And we'll release our arms with an inhale, find wide spread. And let's just move in and out of some side stretches. So release the left hand as you open up through the right. And right away with an inhale, coming through center as you exhale to make your way to the opposite side. So connect with your own breath. Inhale in through center. Exhale to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale to the right. Just one more round on each side. Inhale. And exhale. Find that softness in your gaze as you move. Inhale. And exhale. And with your inhale in through center, this time let's make our way in through tabletop as you release the hands out in front of you. Release the knees. Just giving yourself a moment to set yourself up onto all fours. And when you are ready to engage the navel to the spine, to spread the hands nice and wide, to keep the chin neutral to the chest, and just close the eyes completely here for a moment. Give yourself this opportunity to observe your body. Just to connect. As you settle into awareness of your breath. And we're going to take a downward dog here. So tuck your toes and lift the hips up and back. You can feel free to give the head a gentle nod, yes and no. But for the rest of the body, let's just try to encourage a bit of stillness here to, again, connect with how your body is responding. Simply to observe yourself. And once you've settled into those observations, you can connect with your breath again. We're going to invite a bit of a flow here. So with your next inhale, come forward into a plank. And right away with your exhale, lower the knees as you lower chest and belly. Inhale, find your baby cobra. And exhale, downward dog. And we're going to move continuously through this. So right away with your next inhale, come forward plank. Exhale, knees lower, chest and belly lowers. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Just one more round here. Inhale, plank. Exhale, modified chaturanga. Inhale, baby cobra. And exhale, downward dog. And from your downward dog, let's take child's pose. And take any variation that works for you. The head is not touching the floor, then perhaps stack your fists so that your head is nice and relaxed. Just give yourself this opportunity to again observe your body. to observe this flow of your breath and to not place any judgment on yourself. It's allowing this space to truly feel. When you are ready, we'll slowly make our way back into a neutral tabletop. Just extending the right leg back, coming onto the ball of the big toe. Just to find that engagement in the right leg as you reach out through the heel. And we'll lift the right leg up off your mat, and we're going to hold ourselves here. Think about your body, your gaze, perhaps it's a bit wide. Soften the eyes. And slowly think about engaging in this lifted right leg as you reach out through the heel and flex through your glute. Holding and stabilizing yourself there. And now naturally your breath might be a bit restricted. Give yourself at least one deep breath in very consciously. And remain here for an exhale. And when you are ready, let's just lower the right knee back down to meet the left. If you need to shake out the hands, go ahead and establish that before extending the left leg back and reaching out through the heel. Again, maintain that softness throughout your gaze as you lift the left leg now off your mat. Holding yourself here, stabilizing the leg by reaching through the heel and really flexing out through your glute. Think about the weight in your hands, the sensations in your body. Can you now lengthen your breath? Finding a full inhale and a full exhale. And we'll release the left leg down onto your mat. And again, feel free to just shake out the hands as need be. Maybe rotate the wrists. And we'll come back to extending the right leg back, lifting it up off your mat. This time, let's bend the knee. We're going to move into a swish kind of motion here with the right knee. So when you are ready, just to swing the knee into the chest and then swing the knee up nice and high. So as if the soles of the foot is coming towards the mat. So let's do this a couple more times. Swing the knee in and swing it up. In and up. Just two more times. In and up. In and up. And we'll lower the knee back down. Again, if you need that counter of the hands, go ahead and establish that. We'll extend the left leg back, lift the leg high, bend the knee, and swing the knee in and up. In and up. In and up. Just two more times. In and up. In and up. And we'll lower the left knee back onto your mat. Let's take child's pose here for a moment, and if you can, keep the hands extended out in front of you and just let the palms face the ceiling here. It's okay if your head is not reaching the mat. Just let it be nice and heavy into the chest. Just want to release any tension in the wrists here as you are bearing quite a bit of weight onto them. Just give your breath a moment to just settle itself as you invite that softness and awareness throughout your face. We're going to slowly make our way now back into a downward dog. So once you arrive in your downward dog, we'll transition into a standing forward fold, looking towards the hands, walk the feet towards them, and inhale here to halfway lift. Exhale to forward fold, and you can find a gentle sway of your torso, just find a bit of heaviness there. Let the arms dangle, let the head be nice and relaxed. Once you've created that mindful movement, just settle into stillness, looking for some comfortable rounds of breathing in and out. Settling the body. Just one more breath here. And we'll take a deep bend into your knees as you slowly roll your spine. Once you've risen and you've rolled the shoulders back, just pause with eyes closed in your Swamasthiti to just get a bit of a sense of your balance beneath the feet. Again, that root chakra. Imagine this line of energy from the hips down through your legs and out through the bottom of your feet. Imagine this moving nice and freely to ground you. And let's establish that nice deep inhale with an exhale through the mouth. Just one more round, inhale. We're going to come into a wide-legged forward fold here. So let's step the left foot out to the left to parallel now both of your feet. With an inhale, hands out and through a T position. And as you exhale, hands throughout the hips as you lift up through your heart and take a hinge forward with a nice flat back here. Once you've reached your extension with your hinge forward, maintain your flat back and release the hands onto the floor. Wherever is comfortable for you. And if you can, maybe find a heavier head and a bit of engagement into the edges of your feet. And we're going to create a bit of movement here. So you might need to heel toe your feet perhaps a bit closer together, but before we make that adjustment, let's observe where we're at currently by bending into the left knee. Then straightening the left knee and bending into the right. It's a nice simple movement. If you need to readjust your feet, go ahead and establish that. But let's establish a nice deep inhale here. And we'll exhale to bend into the left. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend into the right. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, left. Inhale and exhale. We'll inhale to straighten your right leg. Find a nice deep bend in both your knees here. Maybe heel toe the feet closer to each other so that you can bring your hands back to the hips. And slowly rise the torso upright. Just take your time here. So you roll the shoulders back and maybe just shake out the hands and let the hips just gently sway from side to side. And we're going to move into a bit of movement through our triangle. So we're going to keep our feet wide and just point the left toes to the back edge of your mat. Let's take a peek at the feet. The heel of the left should be in line with the arch of the right. So we're going to twist your torso so that the shoulders are over the hips and our hands come into a T and they're in line with your shoulders. So instead of finding stillness in our triangle, we're going to inhale, reach forward with the left hand as you bring the left hip back. And as you exhale, reach back with the right hand to come back to that starting position. So now the hips are back into that area underneath the shoulders. So let's continue here. Inhale, reach forward, bring the left hip back. Exhale, find that starting position. So you're really thinking about creating that movement in the hips. 2 more times. Inhale. And exhale. Last round. Inhale. And exhale. And we'll release the hands to the hips. And let's heel toe the feet so that we're now coming onto the other side. Right toes point to the short edge of your mat. Encourage that twist of your torso. Shoulders are over your hips. This is your starting position as the hands come out into a T. When you are ready, inhale, reach forward, bring the right hip back. Exhale, reach back with the left hand, hips into that starting position. So just think of that movement. Inhale. And exhale. 2 more times. Inhale. And exhale. Don't lose this connection with your breath here. Inhale. And exhale. And we'll bring your hands to the hips. And we'll heel toe our feet right back to the top of your mat. Give yourself a moment to pause in Swamasthiti, roll the shoulders back, maybe let the head just sway from side to side in some way. And find a moment of stillness here, just to connect with your body, to connect with observing yourself. And with an inhale, to invite your wide spread arms. This time as you exhale, just bring the hands behind the back and interlace them there. Descend the hands away from your lower back. Roll the shoulders back to squeeze the shoulder blades. Lift up through your heart and lift your chin. And we'll just hold ourselves here for a moment. Just taking a nice deep breath in. And exhale. And if you're comfortable, let's take a hinge forward from the hips. You can keep the hands descending away from the lower back, or if you're comfortable to have them fall away from the lower back with a soft bend in your elbows. Just settle into stillness here. Wherever you've landed, feel the shoulder blades reaching towards each other. And we'll slowly begin to rise. Let's just counter this in our back by releasing the arms out in front of you and rounding out through your back. Just find a heavy head. And we'll inhale, wide spread arms. We're going to make our way into a forward fold as you exhale to hinge from your hips. Inhale, halfway lift. And as you exhale, let's plant the hands. Step the right foot back first and then the left into your plank. Take a deep breath in here. And right away with your exhale, modify chaturanga. Find your baby cobra with an inhale. And let's take a downward dog here with an exhale. And from your downward dog, come into child's pose once again. Just take a moment in our child's pose. Any variation that is the most comfortable for you to encourage softening your body. To finding that nice rhythm with your breath again. And you are ready, we're going to make our way back into downward dog, but this time we're going to hold ourselves there. So when you are ready, tuck in your toes, lift the hips up and back. Feel free to readjust your body by perhaps walking your feet closer to your hands or a bit wider. Take a gaze at the hands. Make sure they're spread nice and wide so that the knuckles can evenly draw into your mat. And as we hold ourselves in through stillness here, we're going to move through subtle engagements within your body. So let's begin with the forearms. Just find them spinning outwards. And again, the shoulder blades gently separating as you draw into the hands. Your head is heavy and the navel is glued to the spine as the hips are lifting up and back. The inner thighs are spinning inwards here as the heels are reaching towards your mat. So try and remain with those subtle engagements and now connect with your breathing. Nice deep breath in followed by a deep exhale out. Just one more breath. And when you are ready, let's release the knees to the mat, swing the legs out in front of you, and just come to lay flat on your back. Any variation that works for you, whether the legs are straight or the knees are bent. Just take a moment, laying nice and flat here, just to allow these effects to settle into your body. Allowing the palms a moment to face the ceiling just to relax the wrists. Closing the eyes just to get a sense of yourself once again. Connecting with your inhales and your exhales. We're going to come into a big toe stretch here. So let's take the right knee into the chest and take the index and middle finger of the right hand to grab hold of your big toe and straighten your right leg. So it's okay if your left knee is bent or if it is straight on your mat, whatever is the most comfortable and available to you. And as always, it is okay if there's a big bend in your knee. Just allow this engagement of your heel reaching towards your ceiling. And keep this engagement of you pulling your big toe away from all the other toes. Let that be a focal point in your thoughts, your point of concentration. Notice your breathing and its rhythm it's landed at. Again, a simple observation, no judgment of the self. And we'll slowly just release the right hand from the right foot, lowering the foot to meet the left, so whether that is knees bent or the legs straight, just mimic one side to the other and take a moment just to observe yourself here. Observe again the rhythm of your breath, always coming back to that awareness. And we'll begin to invite the left knee into the chest. Index and middle finger of the left hand grabs hold of the big toe as you straighten your left leg. Again, falling into the variation that works for you. But remembering that engagement of the heel reaching towards your ceiling and maintaining that. As you draw the big toe away from all the others and maintaining this engagement. Falling into stillness and observing your breath. As you maintain yourself here for a few moments. And when you are ready to release the hand from the foot, to bend the left knee, to mimic where the right is, and just find a moment of stillness here. Allow your breathing just to fall into a relaxed state. And when you are ready, we're going to move into a figure four. So the knees aren't already bent. Let's give them a bend and find the feet to hip width. We'll begin with the right knee into the chest. Just take the hands to the tops of the shin just to encourage drawing the knee as close as you can into your side body. Then just find a gentle external rotation and just hold yourself there for a moment. And with a flexed right foot, establish your figure four. And let's take your hands and interlace them behind your left thigh and keep the left foot relaxed. Your engagement here is solely in flexing your right foot and drawing the knee away from you. Hold yourself within this space, encouraging the gentle pulling of this figure four towards your chest to establish that gentle lift of your tailbone off of your mat. So check in with the back of the neck as well. Now observe the tension that may have arisen solely into your face. And try and soften yourself here. And the effects that it has on the rest of your body. Again, observe where you're feeling the stretch. Can you encourage a bit of length in your inhale? And we're slowly going to release here, so bringing the sole of the left foot onto your mat. Let's cross your right leg over the left. Bring your hands into a T position and just let the knees fall to the left for a moment. For this moment, take a deep breath in and a comfortable breath out. And we'll bring your knees in through center, uncrossing the right leg. And to add a bit more of a countering in your hips, maybe walk the feet as wide as your mat. And just give the knees that gentle movement from side to side, just to reset completely here. And let's come into the starting position with the knees at about hip width. the left knee drawing into your chest, hands to the tops of the shin, just to encourage drawing the knee nice and close into your body. Now find that external rotation with the hip and just hold yourself there for a moment. As you find that flex through the left foot and establish your figure four. Hands interlace behind your right thigh and relax the right foot. Again, you're engaging the left foot to a flex. And the left knee just gently drawing away from you as you hold yourself within this space. Just encouraging the knees for this figure four coming closer towards your chest. To feel that gentle lift of your tailbone off of your mat. Always check in with the back of your neck, make sure it's in line with the spine. And right away, notice the muscles in the face now. That mindful softening of the muscles and how it affects the rest of your body, how you connect. Place your awareness on where you're feeling the stretch. Concentrate your thoughts there for a moment. And when you are ready to take a nice deep breath in. And when you are ready, you will slowly lower the right foot onto your mat. As you cross your left leg over the right and bring your hands back to that T. As the knees fall to the right, hold yourself here. Let's take a nice deep breath in. And a comfortable exhale. And we'll invite your knees back in through center, uncrossing the left leg. Bring your feet as wide as your mat just to loosen up by letting the knees fall from side to side. Nice and playful here. And we'll bring the knees straight into your chest, hands to the tops of the shins. And we'll bring the forehead in towards your knees. Just hold yourself here for a moment. Feel your tailbone lifting off of your mat. And if you're comfortable rocking forward and back along your spine, you can go ahead and find that. But we're going to make our way back into a seated position to work on some alternate nostril breathing. So find a comfortable space here. Settling into a space where you can remain in stillness. With the hands to the tops of the knees, closing the eyes, just to observe, once again, visualizing that length within your spine as the crown of the head remains lifting towards your ceiling. And relax the shoulders away from the ears. Take a moment to observe yourself, to observe your body from head to toe. So you bring your right hand to the bridge of your nose, using the thumb to close the right and the forefinger to close the left. We'll just move nice and slowly as you inhale through both nostrils here and exhale. And we'll close the right, inhale left, close left, exhale right. Inhale right. Close right. Exhale left. Inhale left. Close left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Close right. Exhale left. Inhale left. Close left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Close right. Exhale left. And as you inhale through your left, close left to exhale right, and release your right hand back down to the thigh. Just keep the eyes closed, let the effects settle in. Just allow any sensations to come in and out of your thoughts, to observe and to let go, as if a river flowing through a forest. You see, and then it's gone. And then this next moment of your practice, you can remain where you are with this thought and stillness of yourself. If you need to invite movement, by all means, invite that movement. And as always, I will cue you when we are ready to find our final Shavasana. When you are ready to finish up any movement that you've chosen to make, so that you may find yourself settling in your final resting posture, just being aware if you do need to grab any clothing or a blanket to maintain this bit of heat in your body. And throughout your practice, you concentrated your mind on your physical self, your breathing, and just anything that was coming in and out of your thoughts. But now is the time just to let it all go. And of course, if thoughts do come into your mind, just observe them and let them go. Let yourself feel. Mindfully feeling and responding. But creating this stillness in your body. So letting go of yourself completely. To acknowledge the power of healing within this state. So please take a moment here to visualize this beam of white light that surrounds you completely, radiating freely to light and to guard, to rule and to guide, so that in this sacred moment you may simply be. Giving yourself permission to acknowledge yourself, to acknowledge where your mind had taken you. As you create this movement back in your body by wiggling the toes or the fingers, just calling upon peace within yourself and strength within your thoughts. As you bend your knees, roll to one side, and eventually meeting back in a seated position, palms together at heart center, to find a bow towards your fingertips. Please allow us this moment to find gratitude in creating this space for your own mind, body, and spirit, and the peace you find within it. And may we extend this gratitude outwards to the energies of our earth, the air, fire, and water, and the energies of the four directions of north, south, east, and west. May we close with the sound of Om, followed by an Aum. When you are ready, inhaling deeply. Thank you for sharing your energy today. Namaste.